Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. WWE Extreme Rules. Just got off the air on Peacock. Yeah, so we got to hear two different commentary teams to start the show for the first most of the show. Overall, match quality ratings weren't horrible. Gimmicks, we had one. That was not, yeah. I don't know where to start. The main event, we had Finn Balor on the top rope, and then the rope, and then breaks, and Balor goes down and grabs his knee. We all remember first Universal Champion, Seth Rollins blew his knee out, had the tournament, Kevin Owens won. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. We have, this Smackdown Women's title. We have the return of Sasha Banks, which is great. Yeah, triple threat unit, that's kind of a gimmick, I guess. But it's like we pimp up the United States of the Extreme Rules match, Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Well, we get it one night only. We get extreme, one match. Uno. The show begins with a six-man tag. The New Day, WWE Champion, Big E, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, versus Omos, AJ Styles, and Bobby Lashley. Excuse me, what? When was this? Either I missed something on Raw. I didn't know this match was even made. I'm like, what? And then it was announced throughout the show that on Monday Night Raw we have Bobby Lashley versus Big E for the WWE World Heavyweight Title. The kickoff Monday Night Raw. So you're kicking off a Raw with a world title match that has never been advertised on TV, was only advertised on the pay-per-view on Peacock. Now, there is a marginal amount of fans that, one, probably didn't watch Extreme Rules, or two, don't have Peacock. So now, they don't know there's a world title match to kick off Monday Night Raw, unless they see it on social media, unless somebody tells them. Wow. Okay. New Day wins this match. There wasn't anything spectacular about it. I give it 3.25. It was an okay six-man tag. The New Day is very talented. New Day is very athletic. We had Big E pin Bobby Lashley. If we're going to have the world champion pin the former world champion, why not put a title match on the card? Big E wins. Yeah, okay, booking, fine, whatever. All right, next up we had the Smackdown tag titles on the line. We had the Street Profits versus the champion, the Usos. Yeah, as long as Roman's holding that world title, they're not taking the tag titles off Usos. Again, decent match. I give it a 3-star. It was a watchable match. Usos getting the victory, straight pinfall victory over the Street Profits. Now it's kind of like, okay, now what? What's next for the Usos? What's the next tag team on SmackDown? Oh, the draft's next week. So the draft changes things up, maybe? Question mark. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. Raw Women's title. Oh boy. Alexa Bliss versus champion Charlotte Flair. This match actually was good to a point. Obviously, when Alexa does her, it looked like a Canadian story to me, but Sunset Bomb or Flip, whatever it's called, it kind of came off a little weird to me, I thought at first. And then when Charlotte went to hit the natural selection and Alexa kind of was on the side and kind of almost came out of it, it's like, okay, that's kind of weird too. It's just, these two didn't mesh up well tonight, I didn't think there was a lot of chemistry there. I still give it a 3-star. Charlotte did get the pinfall victory after hitting natural selection. Yeah, then fun happened. And then poor Lily. Hashtag Lily's dead. Lily the doll was lost her life in the ring. It was a sad moment. tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, we're going to have a tribute to Lily. Charlotte just ripped her to shreds. Oh my god, just rip. Yeah. Alexa was screaming and crying over it. It was a sad moment there. I still think we need to have hashtag Lily's dead. We need to get that trending. We need to show on Raw for the memory of Lily. Yeah, this gimmick can go. I don't understand why they keep doing it. Maybe this is the end of it. But yeah, Charlotte getting the victory there, clean 1, 2, 3, 3-star match. Next up, we had a triple threat match for the United States title. We had Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus versus Damie and Priest. Again, this match wasn't bad either. I give it 3 1/4. It was just like there's a couple spots that was like, huh? Why are we doing this? Damien Priest ended up retaining his title. Okay, why make it a triple threat? Yeah, okay. I mean, it was kind of like there. It was a Monday Night Raw match. It was a Friday Night Smackdown match. It was a main event match. All these were. I mean, it was like it's supposed to be a pay-per-view. It's Extreme Rules. Let's get extreme. Let's go out there and put multiple gimmicks on the line. Let's do end some feuds. Back in the day, they used to do that kind of stuff. That's what I'm pulling up now. Let's go back to 2015. We had Extreme Rules, 2015. We had a Chicago Street Fight. Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper. We had a Kiss My Arse match. Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler, remember that match. We had a Russian chain match. We had a Last Man Standing match. We had a Steel Cage match. Great gimmicks for Extreme Rules, 2016. We had a no DQ match as a pre-show. Texas Tornado tag match. We had a Fatal 4-Way, Asylum match, Submission match, Extreme Rules match. So we have multiple gimmicks there. Go 2017. We had a kendo stick on a pole match. Oh yeah, that was that. Yeah, whew, those are fun. Steel Cage submission, 5-way Extreme Rule. So we had multiple gimmicks on the line. Tonight we had one. We get to the there's only 6 matches too. We get to the SmackDown Women's title. Champion Becky Lynch goes up against Bianca Belair. I mean, the match was decent. I didn't give it 2 3/4. Then we had Sasha Banks come out and get involved, costing Bianca the match. Bianca won by disqualification. She ends up attacking Becky Lynch. Corey Graves, after the U.S. title match, before this match, said, "Next up, the United States title match." And then this match was talked about as being a no DQ Extreme Rules match. It ended in a DQ. Yeah. Okay, fine, whatever. We're setting up. Bianca was on this upward trajectory, just crash. Now we're setting up a triple threat, I guess, at Crown Jewel. Yep, Crown Jewel, boys and girls, next month. Yeah, Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks versus probably Bianca Belair. Fine, whatever. Bianca wins in Saudi Arabia, maybe. We'll see where this goes. But here, Bianca Belair got the victory via disqualification because of the interference disqualification by the returning Sasha Banks. Next up, main event, WWE Universal Championship on the line, Extreme Rules match. The Demon, who, according to Michael Cole, has never lost in WWE. But the Demon lost in NXT. I guess NXT is not part of WWE unless they want it to be, then it is. And when they don't want it to be, it's not. Actually, this is, it is, what? Versus Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, heads the table. You knew this match was going to get wonky. It got wonky. We had tables, we had candlesticks, we had him fighting out in the crowd. Before they go into the crowd, Roman Reigns put a mask on. Yes, if you're going to go out in public, please wear a mask. I'm good with that. I do. You do what's best for you. That's how I always look at it. You do what's best for you. I choose to do it. That's fine. That's my choice. if you need to have a wrestler put on a mask during a wrestling match to wrestle into the crowd, don't wrestle into the crowd. Really no point for this. They fought through the crowd over to where the kickoff show table is. They fought around that, did a couple moves on that table. Lashley put, Balor put Lashley to a table there. So Roman Reigns goes to Roman Reigns goes to a table there, and then they come back to the ringside. Roman takes his mask off. They start fighting a little bit. Roman put Finn Balor through a table. They start fighting on the outside. The weird red comes across. It's like thump music, and the demon is like, it's like almost like the demon is getting shocked from the ground, and is kickstarting the demon up, and he jumps up, and he's like the demon again. He's like fully charged, ready to go. He does a couple big moves. You have all this kind of smoke in the arena. It's like something big's about to happen. The demon is standing on the turnbuckle. The turnbuckle breaks. The lights all come back on like normal. Demon's laying in the ring. The top rope is on the ground. Okay. WWE, when things do happen by accident, which we all know things happen by accident, you can always kind of like see the little oops, let's fix around this. Just like, the last man standing, Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens, or the last man standing, whatever it was. And Roman was caught, and they couldn't get him out, and they stopped the count, and they kind of messed around a little bit to make it work. This, they really didn't do that, because Balor gets up, holding his knee, stands up, spear, 1, 2, 3, done. So, did the ring break, or was it on purpose? Was it an accident? Exactly what happened, we don't know. But yeah, still your Universal Champion, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns. At this point, we all know that WrestleMania is 2 nights. That's 200,000 people, 100,000 each night in Dallas. We all know that the main event of night 2, more than likely, Roman Reigns versus The Rock for the title. Fun times. So, that was WWE Extreme Rules. Not a lot happened. We find out there's a title match tomorrow night. We did not have Drew McIntyre on the show. We didn't have the Raw Tag Titles on the show. We didn't have, yeah, okay, One thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to say, well, WWE did this, well, AEW did this. You know what? They're 2 different companies. They're 2 different styles. WWE is sports entertainment. AEW, Impact, Ring of Honor, Game Changer Wrestling, New Japan, they're all pro wrestling. Because AEW does something, doesn't mean WWE has to do the same thing or something similar, which they kind of are. They're kind of doing the title match to start the show, but hey. That's fine. Whatever. You know what? Just give me good wrestling that I enjoy, that I like, and I'm fine. That's it. When you give me this, overall, this card wasn't bad. It just had some booking things that needed to be fixed. It's better than some of the WWE shows. But you know what? It is what it is. It is WWE. It is pro wrestling. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show. And don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports show content.